Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? My name is Jay Adams. I'm a barber of 25 years and I am here to help you today to grow your barber business with my barber IG growth method. This is just one of many strategies that I have. I currently teach or have taught this year 387 barbershops to scale them over 100K a year, and I've blown up multiple barbers' schedules to over 10K a month in 8 weeks or less. And these guys are all inside my program. What I'm here to do today is you've probably come through from one of my DMs or, spoke to me personally, either on a call or through my client building methods. And what I'm here to do today is exactly that. It's to help you grow your barber schedule. And I'm going to give you one of the main optimal strategies that we use and I give to my clients to use in their business. And I'm going to show you, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on how they work. But first of all, before we jump into all of that, I'm going to literally go through a couple of my own results and including my own income so you can see that there's no bullshit. And I'm going to give you a couple of my client wins before we get into the training. Here's where I'm at currently making around 211K a month. That was in the last, from July and June. Show you some client wins. This is one of my guys from my barbershop owners group. Basically, this guy's got him up. We've got him up to 40K a month. I'm just going to go through these quick because I don't really want to waste any time. This guy's here. You can check him out. He was at 500K a month. And after working with me for 2 months, he's managed to get to 37K in cash collected. So that's all good. The next one is this guy is probably what some of you are going to do is don't pay me for your training or don't work with me. And you can go ahead and steal all of this information and literally implement it and you can make money like this guy here. Right, so how do I get these guys to that level of income and what are they actually doing right now? There's many free methods that I could give you that will work over a longer period of time, and some of them are available in my free training. But a big question I get asked all the time is, Jay, how do you make so much money for these barbers and what is the most effective method? And it's literally what you see on the screen. It's called an IG funnel that I can set up for you or you can implement yourself. And if you don't know about funnels, then you should go and learn as quick as possible. You imagine an upside down triangle. You put people in the top. There's a process they basically go through, and then hopefully at the end of it, they'll come out as a client, and you'll provide enough value to work with them people. This is the money maker right now. So as you can see, I've drew the lines there. If you've actually come through Instagram right now, that means you would have followed me, but then you would have followed me from a piece of content that I created. So I've literally bought almost everybody who's going to watch this video based off of this exact method. So if you need proof that this works, it literally has caught you at home and you've literally come through this process and you're here right now because of this, right? So, and that's I don't mean that in a malicious or manipulative way. I'm just literally saying that what I'm talking about is not shit. It actually works. So we have 3 stages. The top of the funnel is like where, let's say, for example, take this case scenario where I created an ad or a couple of ads to say, give some value, give some case studies, and then ask you to follow me, opt in to follow me. So then once you followed me, I then obviously sent you a message and then we had a conversation because I'm trying to reach out and help barbers this year. Once we've got them in and they've opted in to follow us, now what our job is to do is to provide valuable, engaging content that's going to nurture them people. So we want Instagram feed content, engagement with stories, DMs, speaking, having conversations, posting stories on a regular basis. And you can even use retargeting ads if you have the budget for that. Then the bottom of funnel is, okay, once you've nurtured them enough, you want to bring them in for a haircut and a chat and a coffee and a bit or maybe a beer. You want to bring them into your business. You want to close them, get them in the DMs and sending them their booking link. And remember, I'm going to speak a little bit about the mindset training in a little bit, but you have to remember and engage that if you charge $50, a new client to your business is worth 12 times the amount of that. And the reason for that is because that client that you capture isn't just worth the one-time payment. You need to start looking at your clientele as multiple figures of what you actually charge. So like let's be completely transparent here. Like, for 100% that if you do your job correctly, you're good at cutting hair, the fundamentals of cutting hair, and you create an enjoyable environment and that customer feels their absolute best when they leave your shop, that they're going to be coming back to you. Yeah, you know that that's going to happen. So I appreciate that not everyone comes back every 3 weeks or every 6 weeks, but we do get clients that come in every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, all the way up to every 6 months. I've got clients that come in twice a year, but I'd rather see them come in twice a year than not at all, right? So there's many variables on clients when they come into the business, but what we have to focus on is the average. That's what we can work off, and that's facts. So if you're charging $50 for a customer and your services are $50, every client that comes through your business now, every new client, you have to look at them like $600 a year because they're going to contribute to your yearly salary. Client is the transaction of a barber client never ends. It's always open. It's consistently open. Like a lot of barbers will have a client come to their shop and say, okay, listen, I've cut your hair. Here's my $50 for my haircut. And then they let the client walk away out the shop and they think that, okay, they just make it difficult because they've got to go around in the cycle again. Whereas what we teach in our training, here's some more fucking golden nuggets, is that you have to imagine the client's transaction is always open. So even after they have finished in your barber chair and you've got them all done, they look fresh, they've paid their $50, keep that transaction open, get them to rebook, ask them what could have been better. Just keep that transaction open. And that's what this conversation is all about here. So when you're in the chair, make sure you have a conversation, speak about the future, you becoming their barber and you getting into their mind that now that this is their barbershop. Right. So I hope that helps you guys. I'm going to talk a little bit more about mindset now. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my story. I hope that's provided you with value. You can literally steal this right now and go and do that yourself and implement the changes. And I guarantee you that minimum you'll make is 10 grand from this. Like you can go away and do this on your own right now. Let me now for those of you who want to continue and listen on to this training, I'm going to move into something a little bit more different and I'll tell you a little bit more about that now. Okay, so look, let's start talking about this terrible picture of me on the left, and it's still a terrible picture on the right. I'm still not where I want to be, but look, starting on the left, this was me a couple of years ago, working as a barber in one of my shops. I didn't have so many shops at this time. I was overweight. Look at the state of me. I got more chins than a Chinese phone book. I look like I'm like a fat yellow Homer Simpson with hair. So I was actually like over 100 kilos in this photo. And my mindset, just looking at it makes me cringe because I know that my mindset was totally fucked up at this point. But I thought I was at the top of my game. The person who at this very moment on the left-hand side, I thought I was the man. And look at me, I was nowhere near being the man. And what changed everything was, for me, was apart from, working with a mentor and a couple of mentors now and just, changing my mindset about being open and giving to people. At this time, I was just thinking about just taking as much as I could from everybody. But there was a couple of things that changed me from the left picture to the right one. Now we fast forward to today. This was a couple of weeks ago while I was filming one of my barber courses online. I'm in a much better place. I've got a happy family. I've got businesses all over the world. I'm consistently giving back to the barber community. I've managed to help 387 barbers get to 100 grand a year. I've managed to help multiple barbers get to 10K a month in less than 8 weeks. So that's what really fills me with joy now. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. I want to be fucking blowing up on Instagram. I generally just, what I get out of this is helping barbers and seeing them win in the game. Basically what it is when I was on the left-hand side of the picture, you can see that I was stuck and I was vulnerable and I just didn't want any help. I thought I knew everything. And I generally wish that I had somebody like me who I am today come to that person them years ago to the picture on the left and say, listen, I'm here to help you out. I'm here to get you out of your rut. I'm here to help you do and achieve everything that you want because I've been through that and I can mentor you and coach you to where you want to get to. Right, so how do I do that? Now I have a program, it's called the Master Barber Mindset. Like I just said, we've got hundreds of barbers join this and hundreds of success wins and case studies over the last couple of years. It's been absolutely amazing. And shout out to everyone who's joined the program, put their trust in me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. How do we do that? So what does that look like when you join the program? First of all, it's basically down to a couple of things. Where you're currently at, and being totally honest and transparent with that, not bullshitting and saying, yeah, I make 10 grand a month already, I don't need this guy, when you might have made 10 grand once, and then the other 24 months you've made fucking 2 grand. So the thing is I don't bullshit people. I keep things open and transparent, and I need the same from you if you want to get the results. Speaking of results, once we've got your point A, where you currently are, we then map out where you're going to be. What does your future look like? What does your career look like? Where do you want to get to in the barber game? Do you want to own your own shop? Do you want to just work less hours and earn a good salary? You know, there's many different variables that could be. Once we've got point A and point B, we can then work out the bridge and bridge the gap to getting you from point A to point B. And how we do that is a couple of different pillars. So we work on your mindset. Like I said, one of the big things that I spoke about is how you perceive your lifetime value of your client, and many other things. We build out your offer and client experience. What does it look like from point one all the way to literally when they book an appointment to when they leave your barber chair? What does that entire work experience look like? How much customer relationship building is there from the pre-haircut to the post-haircut? What are you speaking about in your barber chair? You know, how much are you charging? Are you delivering value? Are you helping them out with things that they actually need and not just giving them a haircut like everybody else? Then once we've got that figured out, we work on your marketing. As you can see, I actually have a marketing agency as well. So I actually specialize in marketing, and you know, I've got 51 staff members. I do all the marketing for them and blow up their schedule. And a lot of the results that come is from marketing, investing in yourself and your organic content, of course, as well. Now we work on once we've got all these people in our top of the funnel or into our network, into our page that are following us, how do we service these people? So we take the earlier concept of your offer, and then we actually map out the client journey and actually put let's call it like a brand experience. So, you know, every single time, what is the protocol for somebody coming into your shop? Step one is they have to be spoken to and said, hello, how you doing? Ask them if they had an appointment and would they like a drink, coffee, tea, beer, whiskey. Barber comes and meets them, says hello. Everyone in the shop should have turned around and said, hey, what's going on? Take a seat, we'll be soon. You know, we won't be too long. Getting into chair, what you're speaking about, making sure the conversation is all about them. You get my drift, right? So that's what we do with how to service your clients. Then at that point, you should be earning good money. Once you've got them 4 pillars down, you know, they're pretty much the basic fundamentals. The next 3 are all about scaling and getting to that next level. So first and foremost is about building a team. How do you build a team? And this is how you build a team. You literally take what I've just taught you, and you implement that into one barber in one barber shop. And then what you do is you learn how to scale yourself, and you've gone through the whole entire process from point 0 to point 100. And then what you're then able to do is then you then become a coach to your staff members, and you teach them the exact same process that you've been through. And then of course there's other stuff like hiring a receptionist, hiring someone for social media, hiring someone to do whatever they need to do. But we get deep into that depending on how big you want to go. The next thing is automation. So automations can be anything from, you know, the outreach methods, using, you know, AI tools, which we can implement to reach out to new clients and have them believe that that's actually a real person speaking to them, to, you know, just having a booking software like the automations, like appointment reminders. You know, I built one of my barbershops have got over 700 5-star reviews with 5.0 rated on Google. And the reason that we got that is because of the booking software that we use. I've set up an automation that will send a message directly after asking for a review. And if we've done our job properly, we get that push through to Google, which has then just boosted our ranking on Google, and also been a contributor factor to making us so much money, and all my clients' money. I now implement the same thing. And then scaling is could be scaling your barbershop to put more barbers inside of the shop itself, or it can be the most important thing is maybe opening more shops, opening a chain of barbershops. Like I've got 14 around the world, and I've been lucky enough to travel everywhere. And so it all depends what kind of route you want to go down. But that's the kind of basic roadmap method. Right, next one, how to script your funnel ads. So basically, there's 3 contributing factors. Step 1 is to understand who you want to target, what you currently have now, and what you currently want, your point A and point B, and then how we're going to move across from point A to point B. So first of all, we need to understand who you're targeting. Like, so for example, are you a English speaking barbershop in a foreign country? So that's a very niche down. That's what I mean by niche. What kind of audience are you targeting with your barbershop? Who's your ideal client avatar? So once you work, the way to work that out is very easy. Basically what you want to do is just work out based off previous data, is look at how old are your clientele? What age range are they? What interests do they have? Of course, they're going to be men. And then if you're in a general city, then that's just going to be enough. You're going to keep it quite broad. But if you're in like let's say, for example, King of Kings, where we are now, we're an English speaking barbershop in the Czech Republic. So when we target stuff or we put content out, we want to put content out to English speaking people. So I'm going to use that in a method now. So basically, the drawing on screen is just basically what I told you before. We kind of worked on where you are, where you want to be, and how to get there with the method. So I've wrote down a little script here. So using what I said earlier on, using the King of Kings example, so this is how you would sort of fill in the blanks. Are you an expat currently living in Prague and struggling with finding an English speaking barber that wants an English barber experience? If so, subscribe to my IG profile to learn how I help expats look fresh in a foreign country with an English speaking barber. Something along them lines. And I'll also show you how I helped Jack, who works for Amazon, find a barber in less than 24 hours after seeing my ad. And Jim, who had a horrible experience and he got a fucked up haircut. And now he's found me. Here's how I take care of him. If you want to go from having a fucked up haircut and not being able to speak with your barber to having the best experience in a foreign country and feeling like you're just at home with a 5-star barbershop in the Czech Republic, go and give me a follow and you'll see how to book a reservation with me. So something along those lines. Obviously that was just off the top of my head, but you can see how the structure of that client follow ad works, that you can use, and you can implement a couple of these. The more you do, obviously the more rods that you've got out in the sea, the more fish you're going to catch, right? So it's up to you how many you do. Right, now, how do you launch these ads? Let's move on to how we launch them. You're going to build out your scripts. You're going to run these follow ads. You're going to put organic growth ads out as well. And organic growth just means that when you just post organically to Instagram without paid following. And you can also use some inbound DM ads. So something like, you could use something similar to what I said before, but instead of saying, give me a follow, you could say, DM me the word barber life and I'll shoot you my booking link. For example, that could be your CTA. So you're going to do all of that. You're going to obviously then work through your engagement and funnels. You're going to nurture them, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And generally what I'm seeing now is, is anywhere between $2 to $25 per follower, but also per client as well, if that makes sense. So everyone who follows you, they've already, like, psychologically, they've opted in that that they are looking for your services, because directly how you speak to them in your ad, you've already spoken to them saying, are you looking for X, Y, Z? They've said yes, because I've opted in. So already that they're in the market to look for a new barber. So they need your services. So if you're spending, if you charge $50 a haircut, great. Okay. So for $25 or less, right, you can have a client that over the 12 months, if you do the right thing, will make you over $500 just off of this one ad, right? So see how the mindset's different from thinking, oh, I've spent $50 in ads today and I've only got 2 new clients and they're only going to pay me $100, so I only really made $50. No, you didn't. You made $1,200 and it's only cost you $50 to run the ad to capture them clients. You've got to start thinking about the longevity of the lifetime value of that client. Right, now let's talk about how you nurture your followers, right? So basically what you have to do is provide valuable content to your clients that they will appreciate. So this means like talking to your clients in your content. So what I see a lot of barbers doing is they fuck about trying to impress other barbers and they post to Instagram to get comments, likes, and all that shit from other barbers. And really and truly, how many barbers out there that have fucking said, fire emoji, cool fucking haircut, bro? How many of them are paying you $50 or not even $50? Let's change it from now. How many of them are paying you $600 a year to come and take your services. Fucking none of them. So you've got to change your mindset again from moving over from impressing barbers to impressing people in your local neighborhood. So you've got to start to create content that appeals to those people. Stop making content for fucking barbers. Now, what I'm going to show you on screen is, right, you can check out what happens when you apply all of this in 24 hours. So this is from my live feed. This is actually what I've recorded this morning before this video. And you can see, like, I'll pause it. Right, okay, cool. I can't pause it because it's on live right now. But look, you can see I'm not touching anything. This is from today, like 1 day ago. You can see it's still got 1 day. And there's loads more, but I just couldn't show you because it's just cut off at the point where it goes to suggested. I'm now going to show you my DMs. Look how many DMs I've got for, like, literally using this method works. I'm telling you it works. You can see how many DMs. This is only 2 days ago. So all of them were from 2 days ago, still 2 days ago. Like, so the shit that I'm telling you guys, it does work. I wouldn't be here preaching it otherwise. I'm literally using it myself. So that's just proof in the pudding that you can go and literally implement and steal what I've just shown you. And you can put that to your own barber schedule and start booking in clients immediately. Right, now we're going to talk about how to book your new followers into your barber schedule. Now, I strongly advise to use a booking system. And what I've done for you guys here, if you see this little green link right here, I've actually, when you click that, you should be able to open up a link to Nearcut. Nearcut's a booking system that I use. And if you want more information about that, click that link and that will take you through to Nearcut's website. And if you go ahead and sign up, you don't have to. I've just put it there because that's what I use in all of my shops. If you find value in Nearcut as a booking system, it's fucking highly valuable. I promise you that. I won't be trying to promote it. You literally will save so much time, effort, and energy. So Nearcut has helped me get over 652 5-star reviews, make over, I know this is in Czech crowns, but this is about £14,000 or let's say $17,000. It's helped me build a client list of over nearly 4,000 clients into my booking schedule. And you can't see because it's a little bit small, but in the last 3 months, we've taken 1.5 million Czech crowns, which is about £20,000 a month just in this one shop. So there's proof in the pudding. It's there right in front of you. You can see what's going on. Having a booking system changed my barber life. It helped scale and implement with other tools and strategies that I use. Just made the whole process very, very easy. Go ahead and click that link. There's a 3-month free trial right there if you're interested in it. Right. So let me talk about who I was. Right. So the question I've got for you guys now is, who are you going to be? Are you going to be the Jay from who was fat, overweight, lazy, thought he knew everything, thought the ads didn't work? You know, I was in the same situation as you guys were, right? Probably you sat there thinking now, yeah, I don't know, you know, how can I charge this money for my clients? It doesn't work. There's hundreds of barbershops in my area, blah, 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 all this shit. And you know what? It is actual shit. It's just excuses, you know, because you've never done it before. You've never seen it happen. Right. So I was the same position as you. I was thinking ads don't work. They're just a waste of money, but I didn't know how to do them. $2,000 or $3,000, pounds, whatever your currency is enough for my family to live in. No, it's not, because your family deserve more and you deserve more. 2 to 3K a month barely covers rent these days for a lot of people. But the reason I use 2 to 3K is because that's how much the average barber's telling me that they're making in the shop. Right. So it's fucking hard. Another objection I had was, Lord, ads is too hard. I can't afford to pay a marketing expert, and I don't know and have enough time to do it myself, or I don't have enough money to invest in myself. And this is the most stupid one out of all of them, right? So I don't have enough money to pay somebody to help me earn even more money. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me, but my mindset was exactly the same. Why should I why should I work with this guy? It can't be right. Which leads me on to the next thing. I used to think that all coaching programs are scams. You know, you pay this money and this bullshit comes through, and you know it just doesn't work. However, I promise you, on my children's life, right in this video, I made a sacrifice here with using my kids in this statement. So I swear to you on my kids' lives that the moment I started to work with coaches and having accountability, having someone looking over my shoulder and guiding me in the direction, someone who's already in the position that I want to be in, someone who's already at my point B and beyond, if they are there and they're able to help me out, of course, I want to learn from their mistakes. They know because they've made all the mistakes on their own, doing it their own way. So if you're on the fence and you're like, oh, the coaching programs, the scams, how do they work, whatever else, I would suggest that you always ask for a guarantee. Yeah. So if you're thinking about going, whether it's with me or somebody else, I would always ask for a guarantee in a time frame, and then that way you safeguard yourself. Because if the coach or the person you're working with doesn't meet the expectations that were set at the beginning, then you're entitled to a full refund, and you're safeguarding yourself. So myself in this picture, I thought I knew everything. So, oh yeah, it don't matter, I can do it myself. And a lot of you could, yeah. I don't say that you could. A lot of you don't need my help. A lot of you have got, if you're half smart a business, if you've got half a fucking brain, you could literally take this stuff, what I've taken today, and you can go and implement it into your own strategy and your own business, and literally start making money for free. It's cost you nothing. You just sat and it's cost you 30 minutes. You know, it's literally nothing. So you can go and do that. However, if you want to be smart and you want to get results faster, now that I've worked with many, you can see here, I've worked with many different people. I've got, this is from my students in Australia. Here's me working. So you can see I'm actually a barber. I'm not just someone who talks shit all day. Here's with Kyle. Kyle's one of my case studies, one of my best case studies. He's now doing 15, 20 grand a month, doing great. Here's me training. Here's me on my TV show. Here's me in Scotland. You know, like I'm not, here's me after being that bad, fat, lazy barber. You know, here's after I've worked with somebody, had someone to look out for me, guide me in the right direction, mentor me to get me where I need to be. Now my mindset changes. Ads made me an insane, when I say insane, I could tell you it's insane. I made 200 grand a month in this summer. I was living in Spain, and then I went to Thailand for a holiday. I've been to Miami. I'm back in Prague now. I travel all the time, you know, so I wouldn't be able to do that if it weren't for my knowledge and I'm 100% grateful for my team. You know, they're also a big contributor factor. But the way I set that up is that if they win, then I win. And that's how every business should be set up, right? My clients pay me what I'm worth. So a lot of conversations I have with barbers, they say that, yeah, you know, I'm charging 15 euros or 15 bucks for a haircut. And I'm like, but you know, that's not enough. Like, why are you charging that when you know that the guy down the street who is not even got half of your skills is charging twice as much as you? You're totally undervaluing what your service is worth. So I understood, one of the big factors that I understood was my price. And I know that my price is my price because I'm worth it. So that should be a big mindset shift. My mindset is focused and I'm switched on. Now, so many barbers out there are full of shit, man. There's, out of 100 barbers, I'd say 90 of them are full of shit. But if you are one of 10 of those barbers that actually are ready to be switched on, that are focused, that want these results, don't want to just see the results at the light at the end of the tunnel and go, yeah, I deserve to be there, without putting any hard work in, then this is for you guys, right? My mindset was that all 50K I spent on mentors. I've actually spent more than 50K actually now. This was like, I probably spent closer to 100K on programs just like this, teaching me how to do different things. And then that's where my value comes, because I've spent my money putting together multiple outreach methods, multiple strategies, learning and just listening and being a student of the game for so long, 20 years, 25 years in the barber game. Taking all of that knowledge, right? Taking that all, putting that into a ball, and then I've created a program, and now I'm passing that on to other people. Now, this is the last bit, and it's every time I move quicker with help. This is the 100% truth. Like I said, you can go and implement this. If you've got half a brain, you can go and implement this by yourself on your own, and you don't need my help. However, I can guarantee you that if you work with somebody one-to-one, every single time you do it with somebody who already knows what they're doing, you will get results 10 times quicker. Now, I want to tell you now, thank you very much for sticking with me up to this point. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you guys. That's been the Master Barber Mindset, and I've just got one more thing to talk to you about. Now, probably you've made it this far in the video. You're probably interested in doing something with me, or at least understanding a little bit more information about how you can get into one of my programs, speak to me. I don't actually work with everybody. I only work with select people because I can't help everybody. That's the whole point of jumping on a sales call or like a discovery call, just so I can get a feel of who you are. Because what I don't do is I don't work with bullshitters. I don't want to be speaking to people who say, yeah, I'm going to do this, and this. And then you get off the call and then they don't get you the results. I'm only interested in working with people and taking money from people that I know I can help genuinely, and people that I know deserve the help is the second thing. And the third thing is that people who I know that's going to work and get to that level, and I see value in them also becoming part of what I'm doing on a bigger scale in the future. So I've got two programs. These are my two main coaching programs. I've got one for barbers, which is if you're below 10K a month and you want to get to 10K a month and above, I actually guarantee you that in 8 weeks, I can get you a barber schedule to 10K a month. And that's the guarantee. If I don't get you to 10K in 8 weeks, I'll give you double your money back. That's part of it. Actually, with both programs, I give you double your money back guaranteed in the allotted time frame. So that's why I said to you earlier on when we was talking about coaches don't work, that always get an accountable metric that you can value, that if that person doesn't deliver what they've set out to deliver, you can get your money back. But with me, not only do you get your money back, you get double your money back. So I pay you for your time. However, not one person has ever had their money back, under promised and over delivered every single time. So we've got that for barbers. If you're interested in doing that and you're stuck below 10K a month and you want to get to 10K or more, then that program will be for you. The second program I've got is for barbershop owners. So you might be a barber that's active or inactive, where you're cutting or you're not cutting, and you run a business and you've got a team of barbers, but you just don't know how to manage them properly, how to get the maximum benefit out of them, how to be fair and treat them well. And you can do that, by the way. You can treat your barbers good and make sure that they win. And then actually you also win at the same time. All of my barbers make over 10K a month. So think about it from this perspective. If you've got a whole big team of barbers that are making over 10K a month, they're going to be happy. They're going to be satisfied. They're never going to want to leave and open up their own barbershop because you're taking care of them and they feel part of something. Then this program's for you, because that will help you do that. Not only that, is I do have another program. It's like kind of a hybrid of both of them, where I teach barbers who are currently cutting at home and they're working out of a studio. I help build them to 10K a month. And then once we're on our journey to 10K, we then I have them open up their own business and their own shop, and that can also be discussed as well. So there's 2 or 3 programs that I actually offer. If you're interested and found value in what I'm doing, believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but I'd love to help you out. I'd love to work with barbers who are motivated, who are ready to work, and who are just generally stuck and just need the knowledge or guidance and put in the right direction. Then how can you contact me? Very, very easy. I'm going to send you a link, or you can message me and I'll send you my book a call link, and then we can discuss, the price, the value, what's included, and all the variables that you're looking for. And I can answer any questions. You can go ahead and click the link and book a call with me. This is the end of the training. Thank you very much, guys. You've been absolutely a pleasure to speak to.